everybody, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Yesterday was pretty intense, the whole day. Not just my video, and not just what I talked about in my video. That was intense. My husband and I had some things we needed to do that were less than pleasant. Unfortunately, the universe, well, I don't know, I retract that. Cancel, clear, delete. The universe gifted me with the first batch of chickens I hatched were mostly roosters. I did everything I could to try to rehome them. It was not meant to be. So my husband and I had to take care of that yesterday. Got to take care of that yesterday, which was not something I wanted to do. It was something that needed to be done. So after my video and the energy around that, and then going and dealing with the chickens or the roosters, you know, it is what it is. I'm in a much better headspace today, and that's the magic. You know, you can have a bad moment, you can have a bad day, you can have, and it's not even bad. It just is. The thing is not getting caught up in it and not perpetuating the lower frequencies, the lower vibration of whatever it is that you're in at the moment. We're human. We're all human. We're all going to have things that trigger. I don't care. Well, I can't say that. It's pretty difficult to, even as enlightened as people are, you will have something to trigger you that you won't agree with. Okay, I don't care how enlightened you are. There will be things that you don't agree with. Jesus had things he did not agree with. It's how you handle it. That's the secret to all of it. It's, you know, and not getting caught up in the drama, not getting caught up in whatever it was that you don't agree with. You know, I mean, just like the video yesterday, okay, it gave me, there were a bunch of red flags for me. It is not a path that I would choose to go down. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're going to have to go watch my video, because then it'll make sense. It is not a path I personally choose to go down. It is not where my intuition is guiding me. And I will tell you, you know, but remind me, I'll get back to that. The thing is, focus on what you have control over. You have control over what you do every day. What you eat, what you drink, how you choose to look at a situation, how you behave. All of those things are in your control. Focus on those. Have gratitude that you have choice. If nothing else, you have choice. You have free will. So, the thing, and what I was getting ready to say, thank you for reminding me. My husband and I went and looked at a house, and we love the house. We have said we want a view of the mountains. We want water of some sort, whether it's a pond, it's a stream, it's a creek, it's a lake, it's a whatever. We want water. Swimming pool. It had everything but the water. Now there is a stream that runs down, but it was dry. We could, and my husband is gifted in the fact that he can do a pond, he can do a water feature, he can do, so we knew we could accomplish that. And it wasn't an obstacle. It was the only thing this house didn't have, right? We have said, because for 5 years, and I'm going to phrase it like this, right, wrong, or indifferent, I have had to deal with barking dogs. I had a kennel right across the street. I have kennels on either side of me. Barking dogs is one of those things. I don't even like it when my dogs bark. It drives me crazy. So we had said we don't want a kennel anywhere within earshot of the house. Okay, I don't want to hear, I choose not to deal with barking dogs anymore. Okay, other than my own, and as far off the road as this one was, I probably wouldn't have to worry about mine barking either, unless somebody came to visit. The first thing when we get out of the car, and this is where I'm telling you to follow your intuition, follow the signs. The universe is speaking to you, your higher self, your angels, your guides. They're all speaking to you, God, all the time. Are you listening? Because we park the car, we get out. We hear dogs barking. Now there's a bunch of woods between us, between this house and the next house, but you can hear the dogs. We overlook it, we continue looking at the house. It's like, yeah, it's got all this stuff. We walk into the house. Simultaneously, he and I both have the same thought. We didn't even say it out loud. We just had the same thought of it's much smaller than we thought it was. It's not that I need anything big. It just appeared smaller. Looking at the layout of this house, I do not know who designed the layout of this house, but it is not conducive to decorating, planning your furniture, whatever. So I can work with that. I can deal with it. Okay. But then I told the agent, I said, we need to know where the well and the septic is. We see where the well is, but I need to know where the drain field is for the septic system. Because if we're going to put in a water feature, a pond, I kind of need to know where this is before we start digging. The she messaged me back yesterday. She said the county has no record of the well and septic. I'm like, what? And she said, we can probably figure out where it is. If I'm going to dig, I don't want to figure out where it is. Okay, so I told and I was I was back and forth with this house, which if it's meant to be, there will be no back and forth. I will know it. Just like I knew it when I bought my last house and when I bought this one. I just knew it was the house. I didn't worry about how I was going to lay out the furniture. I didn't worry about any of it. I don't worry about anything, but I didn't try to figure it out, okay? And that's what was running through my head this whole time with this other house is, how am I going to lay it out? Where's the furniture going to go? How are we going to make it work? Are we going to have room for the things that we want to do? So yesterday, I told my husband, I said, you know what? We'll go ahead and put our house on the market. It will sell when it's meant to sell. And his response was, we need to have a plan of what happens if we sell our house and the next one isn't We haven't found another one yet. And I said, no, we don't have to have a plan. The universe already has a plan. We don't have to figure anything out because it will just happen. How is not for me or anybody else to figure out. It just will be. So now, and we're still looking, we've been looking for our next house. I just know that it will show up. It will be perfect. I will know it. He will know it when we see it. So I told my agent this morning, I said, I just want to give you a message because I don't want you to think that I'm leading you on. I don't want you to think that I'm being wishy-washy. Because up to now, it was like, yeah, we want this house. In the back of my mind, I have, no, wait. We have one that's even better. It's not the one. I could sign a contract. Yes, I could make it work, but there will always be that I feel like I settled. We're not here to settle. I don't care what situation it is. I don't care if it's a relationship. I don't care if it's a move. I don't care if it's a job. I don't care what it is. You are not meant to settle. If you settle, that is you telling the universe, you know what? I'm doing it in my time. I don't trust you. That's not me. I don't settle. So I always get exactly what I want or even better. That's why. Because I know it will just happen. However it's meant to happen. And again, it's not for me to try to figure out how to make it happen. I just have to let go of the outcome, work through life as it comes, accept what comes as it comes, and choose joy and gratitude. Yesterday, yes, I listened to this video. It crossed my path for a reason. Yes, my husband brought it into my reality. Maybe it was so I could do a video and tell you. So you know when you see this video, when you see this information come out, you can go, wait a minute, does this make sense to me? Does it resonate with me? Or is this another, scam? Is it another way? I don't know. You have to use your discernment when you see the video. I can't speak for you. I can only speak for me. So I have gratitude in the fact that I have the ability to use my discernment tell you, whoever's listening, so you can go have your discernment. And it's just like this house. I told her, and I told my agent, I said, that's 3 things. The fact that we got there and the first thing, now, we could have gotten there and the dogs were completely quiet. But the fact that we get out of the car and initially, the very first thing we hear are the dogs barking is a sign to me. The fact that my husband and I both had the same thought when we walked into the living room of this is much smaller than we thought. It's not unworkable. Yes, it's bigger than what we've got. But the fact that we both had that thought almost simultaneously, or probably simultaneously, is another sign to me. And the fact that I said we need to know where the well and septic is because we want to dig in the ground and the county doesn't have it. It's 3 signs. It's like the universe said, okay, you didn't get the first one. We had the dogs barking for a reason. That should have been your first clue. To just get in the car and go home. I never do that. I always look around the house. Anyway, that should have been your first sign. The fact that you didn't get it, we reminded you of the second sign, which was you and your husband both said, it looks small. Smaller than we thought. And the fact that it's laid out. Doors are in weird places. It's just weird. So, and then there's other things that, yes, we could make alterations to the house. We've already talked about where we would do this and we would do that and we would do the other. And I told him, I said, yes, I've upgraded my house since I've been here. I've done things to it, but I didn't have to do things to make it work for me. You know, I remodeled my bathroom. I redid my countertops. I epoxied my countertops. But I did that because it was something I wanted to do. So, not, this is really what I want, so I need to change it to make it what I want now. And that's what this other house was. It was like, these are things that we really want. Like the other thing, the laundry, to me, has to be on the first floor with everything else. They had moved it from the first floor to the basement. The water fixtures are still there, for hookups are still there. So we would have to pull out a closet and make it the laundry room again. It's doable. We can do that. But again, it's like, why? My house will have the laundry room on the first floor. It just will, or it's not my house. I won't get out of the car to barking dogs. I will walk in the house and go, this is the house. I will feel like I'm home. That's just how it works. So, anyway, I hope this helps you. The universe is always talking to you, always guiding you in the direction for your highest and best. We get impatient because we think, I can make it work. Oh my God, I'm getting ready to sign a contract to list my house. I don't even know where I'm going to go, so I got to go find a house. No. So you jump because you try to control the situation. That's where patience is. Patience is simply you trying to control the situation that's not even for you to control because it's not happening in your time. It's not happening the way you think it should. That's why people need patience. No, you don't need patience. You need to trust and allow the universe to work in its time. Just like when I bought this house. I listed my other house because I felt like it was time to move. I listed my house. It sold that day for full price. I didn't know where I was going. I knew, and I said, because everybody asked me, because it was like a week before this house came up. Everybody was like, oh my God, aren't you worried? I was like, no, why am I going to worry? And I said, the universe has never let me down in 55 years? Why are they going to start now? They're not. The universe hasn't let me down yet. They're not going to start now. And I had that knowing. It's the same thing with this. We will list this house. It will sell exactly when it's meant to sell. Whether I have another house to go to or not is not for me to worry about. This house popped up, I think it was like a week or so later. And it just fell into place. It was perfect. I'm not kidding you. Everything just worked magically. It's the same with the next move. Whenever, where, I don't even know where we're going. All I know is there are specific things that we want, and the universe has the perfect house for us in the perfect location. And it will be for our highest and best. We won't have to make it work. We won't be settling. It'll be perfect. So, I love you. I want everybody to be in this place where you just trust the universe. And I want to say have blind faith. I don't know why that wouldn't. That's what I got, so I'm going with it. Have blind faith. You don't have to see it. Just know it. Know that everything will work out perfectly. And I even said, before I bought this house, before this one came into my existence, I even said, the universe may take me to the 9th hour where it's like, what are you going to do? But they will have a plan for me, whatever that is. You just have to trust their timing. Because even if they took you to the 9th hour, there is a reason. The thing is, don't go into panic. Don't go into worry. So, have an amazing day. Click the like button. Subscribe to my channel. Help this message get out, because too many people live in, oh my God, you need patience. And I will tell you, I said something yesterday in that video about talking to yourself in a more positive way and talking to others in a positive way. People have been so geared to think in the negative. I pick it up like a magnet now. Not a magnet. I pick it up. When people knock themselves or say things that limiting beliefs, words are powerful. I can't tell you how many people say, oh, well, I'm too old to do that. I'm getting old. My body is deteriorating. Whatever. No. Stop talking like that. You're not getting older. You're getting wiser. You're more experienced. Age is irrelevant. It's not about how old you are. There are children that are smarter than I am now at 60. So it's not about age. It's about your experiences, what you've learned, life experience. What have you gotten to enjoy throughout your life? Be grateful for those. Be grateful for all of it. Because some people don't make it this far. There's a reason. Just learn to focus on the positives. Speak positively. Again, words are powerful. When you tell yourself, well, I'm just too old to do that, then you will be too old to do that. And then your body's going to start shutting down. It's going to start doing whatever because you've already thought to yourself that you're too old to do whatever. So that's what's going to happen. Have an amazing day. I could go on forever, but I won't. So we will talk soon.